and shoot around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
Here's Jefferson, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jefferson's got 27 points.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Walker goes in. Outside Kid Gilchrist. Williams a screen. Steps back and fires. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
Love against Williams. There's the bucket. Good. That's 10 points for Love. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out full speed. Guys?
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
The feed to Freak. Tries a three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 17 points was their biggest margin. Batum with the ball. Out-defended by Freak. Batum attacking. LeBron grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trailing.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Freak missing.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, you can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Here's Jefferson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And that's 31 points for Al Jefferson.
Got it. Get the ball inside.
Love with the screen for Irving.
Move the ball. Stick it to him.
1:31 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Baldwin. Soft touch off the glass. Freak's got 6 in the quarter.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy. Coming down the stretch of a tight game.
We need to be more physical on the offensive end. Flash the glass, but be smart. You can limit their easy baskets, so get back on field.
And so here's Charlotte. They lead by 1. Pass to Jefferson from 10 feet out, and Thompson sends it back. Irving passes to LeBron. Back to Irving. He kicks to Love. 11 feet away. Here's Thompson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
So he comes up empty at the line. For Charlotte, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. And Walker kicks to Jefferson. Good D by Thompson.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Out to the right wing. Love wide open. He fires. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so too. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Connects.
Jefferson's really starting to light it up. Big Al. Making him pay.
We need a 3 here. If it's open, you got to take it.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making it.
Kemba Walker. Shooting two. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And so the All-Star break is behind us. Second half of the season is upon us. Shaq, is this where we'll see the great teams start to separate themselves from the rest of the pack?
Yeah, I think so, but still a lot of games left to be played. A lot can happen that's out of your control. You just got to keep a strong mindset, work hard.
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. First game of this trip here for the Blazers. They're hoping to start it off with the W. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
You know, Kevin, on the heels of a strong homestand, I think that can be the...
So it's Portland now. It's a 3-point game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And let's take a quick peek at the 2K leaderboard and the steal leaders from the point guard spot for the last 10 games. Damian Lillard, number 1.
And all those swipes have come for him because of that endless energy with which he plays on the defensive end. I mean, whoever he's guarding, he sticks to them like glue on the perimeter.
You know, for many point guards in this league, defense is an afterthought. He's not one of those guys. I mean, he puts as much into his D as he does into his O.
James dishes to Freak. From deep. Rebounded by McCollum. Aminu, the pass to Bogut. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard against Irving, and Lillard kicks to Bogut. Great D that time from Love.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Lillard attacking and stolen by Freak. Here's Irving, finished off the break. Irving's got 8. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Iman Shumpert has come in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Portland also making some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Bogut. And it's Alan Crabb in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And the basket by McCollum.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Hornets.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
The first one falls. Dylan Bayless is checked in for Freak. And so he makes both from the line. And the Cavaliers with possession here. And Bayless kicks to Dellavedova. Here's LeBron. Here's Frye. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win. The one-hand slam is so sweet.
Platoon swap here for Cleveland. Portland also making some changes. Andrew Bogut checked in for Plumlee. Hansborough's come in for Moniunas. And it's Aminu in for Lillard. Baldwin in at shooting guard. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Irving at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And so he makes both from the line. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets had a huge game. He finished with 25 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. This game might have acted as a coming out party for him in the NBA, a truly dominating performance. Let's see, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
That's good. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Bogut sends a screen from McCollum. No good from Bogut.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Good. And that's now 10 points for Freak. Trailblazers trail by 11. The dish to Hansbrough. The pass to Crabb. Now here's McCollum.